just have one thing to say. Hang on here.
Hey fangirls and boys, this is Natalie and you're watching Whole Lotta Love, and today is a current favorites video. I don't think I've really filmed a favorites video before. They're one of my favorite videos to watch. Favorites videos, hauls, just anything where a lot of products are being shown, getting me excited for new products and things like that. I kind of like that like old school YouTube makeup video style, so I want to be on the train to bring it back. I kind of feel like some of those things are coming back a little bit. I'm excited to talk about some of my current favorites. I try a lot of different products and some of them, you know, I just are so like they do the job, but, you know, it just doesn't excite me once I'm actually using it, or, you know, there's something that just, you know, I can't get with the products, but then there's those products that just kind of meet and exceed your expectations and are just like really kind of special. So I want to talk about a few of those products today. I have a little bit of everything. I have some skincare, I have a candle, I have highlighter, makeup, you know, all kinds of stuff. So if you are interested in seeing what my current favorites are, then keep on watching. So the first item I want to talk about is a makeup item. It's a bronzer. This is the Kosas Sun Show bronzer, and mine is in the shade Light. And this is what it looks like inside. So it's kind of like a satiny formula. It's not really shimmery, but it's not completely matte or flat either. You kind of see it right there on my hand. You see there's like that little bit of a sheen and a little bit of pigment. And that's what I really like about this bronzer. I'm not much of a, I'm not at all contour person, and I'm not much of a bronzer person. There's a lot of bronzers that I try and I just feel like once I put on a bronzer, it kind of makes me look way too done up, especially if I'm doing like a regular foundation and, you know, a lot with my eyes and stuff like that. I just kind of automatically feel way too done up, and I don't, you know, as of now, I don't really do like a lot of like tanning kind of stuff. I don't get spray tans. I don't do tanning at home. You know, I'm pretty pale, and I colored my hair really dark, so I kind of have that pale dark hair cool thing going on. I'm not really into bronzer. You know, I kind of tried to convince myself to be into bronzers, and I bought a bunch of them, you know, in my makeup loving career, but it's not really my thing. But this one, I really like it. I am wearing it today. You can kind of see it a little bit on my forehead. I have a little bit of that tan sun-kissed glow. It's very sheer, and it just melts into the skin. It's super nice. This one is, again, I said the Light, and it's perfect for my skin tone. I'm really happy with this. I thought it was going to be too light when I saw it online, but as you can see, it does definitely have a decent color to it for a light bronzer, and it's very unobtrusive. It just gives a very light glow. It's so sheer. It doesn't really compete or interrupt anything else going on my face or make me look overdone or anything like that, but I get a little bit of that extra bronziness. So I definitely really love this, and it smells super good. It has a very light scent. It's not like the butter bronzer, but it kind of reminds me of that. Like, it's like slightly tropical. It seems a little bit lighter and more natural, but it has a very nice scent to it. So overall, I am super happy with this. This is the best product. I haven't tried a ton of stuff from Kosas, but this is a real big hit for me. The next product I want to talk about is a skincare product. This is the Tata Harper Regenerating Cleanser. So this is an exfoliating cleanser. It's a daily exfoliating cleanser. So this stuff is very nice. Tata Harper in general is a really beautiful skin line. Their stuff is very pricey, and a lot of YouTubers or influencers don't really talk about them. I don't think they're really sending out a lot of PR packages or anything like that, so they don't get much hype, but they're like the best skincare line. They sell at Sephora. They're super good. So this is what the cleanser kind of looks like on my hands, so you can get an idea of the consistency of it. Like, you can't even really see, but there's like little tiny, very fine grit to it, like a very fine exfoliating grit to it, and it has a really nice smell. It smells like Fruit Loops, but like not in a chemical-y way, like in a really natural, nice way. I don't know how that works, but it's definitely not an overpowering scent. It's a very light scent and a very yummy scent. and this stuff is wonderful. So you can use it every day. I have super sensitive skin, and for a little while I've tried this product. This is probably like I would say like the 4th time I've purchased it. So it's definitely like been a favorite of mine for a long time. But I got the sample of this product, which is the Goop Glow Microderm Instant Glow Exfoliator. So this is a very pricey product, and I was like pretty excited to just get a sample of this and to be able to try it. I thought it was going to be really good. It's like a physical and a chemical exfoliant in one, but I was pretty disappointed with this. I tried it a couple of times, and it's not good for sensitive skin. It's very irritating, makes your face bright red for a while. You know, eventually it does go down. It's not like gonna burn you or anything like that, but it's very irritating to the skin. You're supposed to kind of massage it onto the skin, leave it on for 3 minutes, which isn't really that long, and then you wash it off, and it's not good for sensitive skin. It does have a nice grit to it. It's a very fine grit, kind of similar to the Tata Harper one. But what ultimately made me remember how much I loved this one and made me kind of feel like, you know, I wasn't gonna keep fucking around with this one was that this one, you know, I used it a couple times and I didn't feel like it really did much. Like, I would be okay with that like redness and that sensitivity for like a couple hours. Like, I wouldn't mind that if it like made my skin feel amazing, like baby smooth after. But it didn't. It was just, you know, it was an exfoliator, it worked. But it didn't really smooth out my face. Now this one over here, the Tata Harper, this is a physical exfoliant, and I think it has BHA in it, so it's kind of similar to the Goop one in the sense that it's physical and chemical, but the chemical aspect is definitely not as strong on this one, and you don't really leave it on. You just kind of, you know, massage it into the face so it turns a little bit white, and then wash it off. But like for me, as soon as I used this again, after not using it for months, and in comparison to the Goop one, I noticed a difference right away. Like, my skin was just so much more smooth. Like, a lot of the texture had gone down. It just felt a lot younger, a lot more supple, like super nice. Just like upon the first time using it. It's a beautiful product, and it is a lot cheaper than the Goop one, even though this is pricey for this tiny little bottle, but it's safe to use every day. I've also tried the fresh one and like a strawberry exfoliating one, which is also very nice, but that one definitely can't. I feel like as a sensitive skin person, I can't use that one every day. But this one I can use every day, and it's not sensitizing, and it, you know, it just makes the skin feel really nice. I think it even works better than the fresh one. So the next product I want to talk about is highlighter. So the highlighter I want to talk about is this Rituel de Fille. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but like lately I've been obsessed with this brand. This is like a very like natural brand. The formula of highlighter that I really love by Rituel de Fille is the Metamorphic highlighter. So this is, I have a few shades of this. This is my favorite one. This is the shade Sorcerer. Rituel de Fille does a lot of, or Fille or Fille, or I don't know how to pronounce it, I really don't. But they have a lot of cream products, and their stuff is really natural. What they do, they say that they use as few ingredients in their products as possible to keep them very natural. They definitely have an essential oil scent to them, so that's like a strong component. But this is what the Sorcerer looks like on my hand. So cream products have really like made a comeback in 2020, I feel like. I've always liked cream products. I don't really think they're too much more difficult to work with, but I can see, you know, if you're doing makeup for the camera, or you just kind of want to slap something on and go, how powders would be a little easier. But I definitely think that cream products give you a much more natural result. So for everyday makeup, for like real life makeup, if you're just going to work and stuff like that, I'm 37 years old, and I feel like I want to kind of keep myself looking as youthful as possible, and I'm really all about the super dewy, glowy skin. But this highlighter, like, you can see that right there on my shitty camera setup, that it's like incredibly reflective and intense. I'm also wearing another shade of it on my cheeks today. The one I'm wearing on my cheeks today is called the High Priestess, and that's what it looks like. This one is kind of like a lilac shifting pink highlight, and I just love that it's called the High Priestess. It's like a tarot reference, and I read tarot cards, and I just, I think it's so dope that that's the name of it. That really makes this almost my favorite shade, just because it has that name and it's like a cool pink color. But honestly, the Sorcerer is just like for every day. It's just a little bit more neutral. You kind of pair it with more looks and things like that. But I'll also swatch this one. It is on my cheeks. So you can see that's the High Priestess there. It's not as banging as the Sorcerer. And I also tried another formula by them. In addition to the Metamorphic highlighters, they have the Rare Light Luminizers. So this is also a cream highlight, and this one is in the shade Solaris. So this one's a little bit different. The Metamorphic highlighter is a little bit more dewy and sparkly, whereas the Rare Light Cream Luminizer is more, it's just like more creamy, more like a sheen to the skin rather than a sparkle. So this is what that shade looks like, Solaris. And you can kind of see how it compares to these. Like you can see these are like a lot more sparkly and reflective and intense. This one's a little bit more natural, but this also looks very beautiful on the skin. It just gives that skin, it just gives that highlight, that nice reflective sheen that you really want when you really want like a dewy look. If you want to go with something a little more natural, the Rare Light ones are really nice, but if you want something a little more otherworldly, the Metamorphic ones are where it's at. They also have one called like the Alchemist, which is like a highlight topper that I really want to try. I don't know how that could be different from these Metamorphic ones, but I'm sure it has its own coolness to it as well. So the last one I have here, unfortunately, is limited edition, but this one's called the Chimera. This is also a Metamorphic highlighter. I almost wasn't able to get this because when they released it, I kind of like slept on it a little bit, and then it sold out like probably like a couple weeks later, like a week or two later, and like they do super limited edition stuff. So like it's not like they're bringing it back, it sells out, it comes back, it sells out, they sell it out, it's done. But they did like a little special thing, I think it was like last month, where they brought back every week. They do these things called moon drops, where they do like these secret releases that they just kind of announce on the spot. And every Friday they were releasing limited edition products that had gone out of stock. And when they announced that they were gonna do this, I was just like, please let them bring back the Chimera. Please let them bring back the Chimera, or however it's pronounced, that Metamorphic highlighter. You know, and I think they didn't bring it back till like the third week, even though it was probably like the one product, limited edition product that I would imagine people were most excited about. I'm not sure if it's sold out yet, but it's, you know, they really do kind of stick to, for the most part, like again, they did do that restock, but it's not a constant thing. When they say something's limited edition, it is limited edition. But this is what the Chimera looks like here. This one's like a green shift, but it's like a green, like pale gold shift, and it still looks really natural and beautiful on the cheeks. It's not like these super intense like Anastasia, Beverly Hills, Moonchild powder highlights that are just like super duochrome, super colorful. Like you can see this one on my cheeks. The High Priestess definitely has that lilac pink shift, and the Chimera here is that goldish green, but it's very subtle, and the fact they're cream, it just really amps it up, really makes your skin look super dewy and beautiful. These products are super duper special. I absolutely love them, and this packaging is so gorgeous. It's just, I don't know if you can see, it has like these like little stars on it, just like this cute little black compact, beautiful. I think I want to do a video, like a full face of Rituel de Fille makeup, because I do have a lot of it. I'm a huge fan of the brand. So yes, so that's coming at some point soon, and these highlighters are one of my favorites right now, for sure. The next product I want to talk about are the NCLA Sugar 100% natural lip scrubs. I was in Anthropologie and I was buying a couple things, and it was like, you know, in the front where they get you with those like last minute items, and I thought it was a lip balm and I just grabbed it because it looked cute, but it was actually a lip scrub, which was fine because it was just a little impulse buy anyway. But as you can see, this scent is pink champagne, and I'm almost out of this. It smells amazing. It tastes amazing. It's just very sugary, sweet, a little bit of a flavor to it to kind of make it like that pink champagne, but just a very nice, sweet flavor, very yummy when you use it. And this scrub, it's a sugar scrub, but it's a little more waxy. I don't know if everybody would like this, but, and some of this color kind of deposits on your lips, which again sounds a little bit strange, but it just leaves your lips so moisturized because it has the sugar in it, so it does exfoliate, but it just has like this kind of like balm baked into it. It's a little bit of a waxy balm, not super waxy, but like when you're done, it kind of has a little bit of a, you know, it leaves a little bit of that residue on your lips, so your lips feel super plump, super moisturized as they're exfoliated. And there's also like a little bit of a pink tint. So it's a really beautiful product. To me, it's a pretty unique lip scrub, but I mean, I don't use a ton of lip scrubs, so there might be a lot of other ones like that. But you know, I've used like the half caked one and the Jeffree Star ones, Lush. This is like definitely a different type of thing from those. I also have, and if you go on their website, they have like a ton of different scents and they all have like cool colors and things like that. I also have this other one here called Red Roses that I just got. This one, I don't like the flavor as much because you can kind of like taste that like perfumey floral scent a little bit more. Like this one's just like very sweet, the pink champagne, but this one is definitely more floral, but it's still really nice. And I love the color of it because this one leaves like a more intense, like it actually kind of like stains your fingers a little bit when you use it, and it leaves like a nice red sheen on lips. You have to be careful to not exfoliate it all around your lips, but if you kind of keep it to the lips, they just look so plump and stained and pretty when you are done exfoliating. And they have a bunch of really unique scents, and they also have lip balms, which is really, really nice, and corresponding scents. So I would definitely recommend these NCLA Beauty Sugar lip scrubs. So another lip product that I want to talk about are the EM Cosmetics lip cushions. So these are just like a very shiny, glossy, glowy kind of lipstick formula. And they kind of have this thing where you like snap them up, you can't really snap them back, which is fine. And I have all the colors, but I'll show a couple that are my favorite here. This is the one called Mystic. So you can see it's just like so shiny, and there's a good amount of pigment, but it's not like a full pigment. Lip color is probably like a medium pigment lip color. So shiny, and it just feels really plush on the lips. Like when you put it on, it just feels so nice and like moisturizing, and just really makes your lips feel, it doesn't have like a plump or anything in it, but it makes your lips feel like nice plush and like plump and things like that. And it's just like, they have such beautiful colors, but this one is super pretty. It's like a more of a deeper berry shade. It's the deepest one they have at this point, but still just something that's really nice and flattering to wear. And the next one I have here is called Magic Hour. Magic Hour is one of their classic colors that they sell. It's just like this like perfect, like they have like the gloss, they have a liquid lipstick in this color, and they also have the lip cushion. So that's what Magic Hour looks like. That one's more of a peach toned one, but it's more of like a natural like peach nude. It's not like what I'm wearing on my lips right now, which is like such a like a light peach or like a super bright or pink peach or anything like that. This is like the most kind of natural flattering peach you could wear. So Magic Hour is just a really pretty color and shade, and I understand why they create so many different products with that shade, and Mystic is really nice as well, and these just feel so nice on the lips. So I would definitely recommend these. So I have a couple of eye products to talk about. The first one here is the Dominique Cosmetics Pretty Mess liquid eyeshadows. So I got the full set of these, and they all have kind of like different formulas. There's actually a matte in the collection and like more like shimmery, not super glittery ones, but the finishes are a little bit different. But like I think like about 2 of them are the multi-chrome kind of finish, similar to the Natasha Denona ones, which I have one coming to me, like one of their liquid Natasha Denona multi-chromes, but I haven't tried that formula yet. But this was my favorite color. This is my favorite color of the Dominique Cosmetic liquid eyeshadows, and this is one of the multi-chromes. It's called Pretty Wilds, and I'll show it to you right here. So you can see it right there. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, but it's like a coppery fire red. It kind of like shifts. Yeah, there's like a little bit of a green shift to it, but it just kind of shifts from like a copper to like a more like hot shimmering orange to like a green. It's really intense, and it's super, super gorgeous, super awesome, very bright. This is the brightest one that they have. I'll show you another one. They have this one called Electric Soul, which is the other multi-chrome. You can see that one right there. This one's more of like a green to like mauve shift, but this one's just like a lot more fiery, a lot brighter, more intense, Pretty Wild. So I'll definitely say if you're gonna pick up one of them, I would say Pretty Wild is definitely unique. And I think it's pretty unique in comparison to like the Natasha Denona ones and like other multi-chrome eyeshadows I've seen. So, and like not a lot of brands are doing that as of yet. So I think this This is definitely one of my favorite products from Dominique Cosmetics. I'm really not crazy about the eyeshadow formula. I tried one of her palettes. Lip gloss was like nothing special. I haven't tried, you know, much of anything else, but this product is the Beautiful Mess liquid eyeshadows are definitely very nice, very unique product. I mean, look at that. Like, it's just so super unique and stunning and intense, and it's great. Another eye product I want to talk about is kind of the opposite of that. This is a cream, and this is from Colourpop. These are this is the Colourpop cream eyeshadow, and this one I have here is the favorite shade that I have. It's called Laurel. So you can see that swatch right there. So these are really nice. I guess they're kind of almost like going for like a dupe of like a matte paint pot because the colors are very natural that they've come out with so far. In the Sandstone collection, they have ones that are like a little more like matte glittery finishes, but they're all still like kind of like brown or copper, like more natural colors. And the first ones that they launched were very, very natural. Like this one, Laurel, this is kind of like a mauve pink shade, but I like these because they're just so easy. It's just a real quick eye color look. You can kind of apply it with your fingers, you can apply it with a brush and then blend it out with your finger. It's a really easy product to use, and they're creamy, they're very nice. They're not like the cream gel liners that Colourpop has. I don't know if they've reformulated those, but like when I tried them when they first came out a couple of years ago, they were really very crumbly and just very disappointing because they had so many cool colors, and I bought a bunch of them and I was never really able to use them because they were just, the formula was dry and it was not great. This formula is very creamy, very nice, very easy to blend out, and it has just like a very natural, this is kind of like a very easy on the go kind of makeup product. And I do hope they do cool colors, but maybe they're only doing the natural colors because the formula only works in those kind of colors. I'm not sure, but or maybe that's just like kind of what's really popular and they'll do cooler colors later on. But I really do like these. They're very natural and very nice, easy cream eyeshadows and matte. So it's just so super easy. You can put a little bit in your crease. Mostly you would blend it out with your finger, but you know, this is just very good for like on the go, or it also would work as like an eyeshadow base, you know, like a paint pot and things like that. So the last product I want to talk about is a candle. I've been like really obsessed with candles lately. I've always, you know, of course, like candles. I think it's like a girl's rite of passage to like be into candles. I don't know, but you know, my husband really likes candles too, so we're definitely always burning something. But I kind of like lost interest in them, but like it's definitely come back, and it's because I went to Bath & Body Works and I got this candle called Pumpkin Clove. So this is one of the 3-wick candles I was lucky enough to get. Like they had like $10 off that day because these are $24 normally, and that's pretty expensive. So I got it for $14, which isn't bad. But this one smells like a pumpkin spice latte. It smells like fall. They have like a bunch of different fall candles, but some of them are like sweeter, some of them are more like cologne-y, or you know, piney type of scents, or things that are a little more masculine. I definitely like really, really sweet scents. And this one is sweet, but it does have like that clove to it, so it's not like sugary sweet. It definitely has that pumpkin spice super fall scent. They have like a whole bunch. As you probably know, at Bath & Body Works, a whole bunch of fall candles, they all have like these really cool like movie theme Taylor Swift song sounding names to them. But this one's definitely for fall. I smelled a bunch of them, and this one was definitely the one that was like, that's the smell of fall that I'm going for. And it just, you know, Bath & Body Works candles are very strong. It just like, you know, brings this, especially with the 3-wick. It really permeates through your house very nicely. And if you want that fall, iconic fall scent, and you like pumpkin spice, this Pumpkin Clove candle is where it's at. I forgot I have one more product to talk about. This is the Sol de Janeiro. This is the Cheirosa 61 perfume. So this perfume is basically the Bum Bum Cream in a Eau de Parfum fine perfume scent. And if you've ever smelled the Bum Bum Cream, it's pretty addictive if you're into sweet scents for sure. And look at this bottle. It's like a gold disco ball. It is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful, like sleek, awesome looking perfume bottle. I don't really buy perfumes too often, so I definitely am pretty picky with the perfumes that I get, and I've always been a huge fan of this scent. I do like the Boom Boom Cream, but I usually like to go for unscented body moisturizers because my skin is so sensitive, but it's really nice to have the perfume that you could just spritz a little bit of it on yourself, and it does linger throughout the day. It's very, very nice, and it's definitely an experience with this beautiful disco ball lid. So I would definitely recommend the Cheirosa 61 perfume from Sol de Janeiro. Anyway, that completes this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and have a good one. Bye guys.